Hi, everyone. I'm Pat Cosentino, Superintendent of Region 12 Schools. We're here with another wonderful television production. And today we're here with our new SRO, School Resource Officer, Barbara Alenckis.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And Barbara comes to us from Waterbury.
Yes.
Just
Waterbury.
retired.
Just retired.
So
About
tell
a
us
month
about
ago.
yourself.
Okay. I worked for the Waterbury Police Department for 18 years. Before that, I was in the military, and that's why I was able to retire from Waterbury a little bit early. I was in the Air Force for 14 years, and then kind of didn't want to leave the military arena, so the police department was my next step. So in the police department in Waterbury, I was a patrol officer for quite a few years. I did the mountain bike patrol, which was really fun and a good workout. I did community relations for a few years, where you're actually interacting with one specific community rather than the whole entire city, and you get to concentrate on specific problems for that area of the town or the city. And in that, I also did the community relations officer position, where you are in the schools and you're teaching stranger danger, things like that we did back then. I did teen dating violence and different things, and drug and alcohol awareness for the kids in the schools. And then I was promoted to detective, where I was assigned to the sex assault crimes unit, where I handled domestic violence and crimes of the sex assault nature. And then when I was promoted to sergeant, I stayed there for a little longer, and I was in charge of the unit there. And then I just wanted to go back into patrol and be back out on the road again. So I ended my career as a sergeant in patrol in Waterbury and started here. And I wanted to wind down a little bit, but I loved being in the schools, so this was a really great opportunity, and everything just worked out. The timing was right on for me. So I'm excited to get going and get in the schools and meet some of the kids. I have, been in there a little bit now, but not yet in uniform. So there's, just, a little bit of delay in the kids responding to me.
Sure.
So, but I'm excited to get going.
Yeah, so let's give people a little bit of the timeline, because they're probably wondering why you're not in uniform. You're going to be sworn in next Friday, which is
Yes.
November 7th.
Yes.
And Barbara needs to be sworn in each town,
Right.
so that you can,
I'll
what?
have jurisdiction
There you go.
in each town, both not just Washington, but Roxbury and Bridgewater.
Exactly.
And this way I can react to any issues that they might have there. There's backup and state police that are involved in all of the schools. So, but I'll just be the liaison between the schools and the police department and the state
Right.
police.
That's wonderful. So you'll be working out of Troop L
Yes.
in Washington Depot, right?
Right, and then Troop A for Roxbury and Bridgewater.
Okay, excellent, good. So after November 7th, you will be
I'll
totally
be
in your uniform.
and I will be in the schools, and we'll get going on, whatever the schools are needing. And I've been in contact with the principals.
Okay.
Everybody's just really, really warmed up to me as far as that goes, as far as all of the administration.
Good,
and,
excellent. So tell us some of the kinds of things you'll do in the elementary schools.
Okay, definitely going to be doing the DARE program. I'm going to the DARE school December 2nd through 12th.
Okay,
So I'll be a certified DARE instructor, and then I'll be doing that with all the 5th grade classes.
okay. And tell everybody what DARE is.
Okay,
for those who
DARE
don't.
is drug and alcohol resistance education. It's
Okay.
just to kind of give the kids that they're in elementary school, so their eyes aren't open to that yet, and we really don't want them to be open to that, but we want them to be aware that it's something that's dangerous
Sure.
and that they need to make the right choices. So
Absolutely.
that's what I'll be concentrating on mostly in the elementary schools, but there are other programs, the bullying type things, and the just staying away from making good choices as far
Sure.
as keeping themselves safe.
Sure.
I'd like to just have a presence in the school. The little ones, they love when the officer's there and they ask a million questions. So
Sure,
that's
absolutely.
fun. And then in the high schools, they'd go a little more in detail with drug and alcohol
Middle
awareness.
high school.
Middle school and the high school. A little more detail, because they're starting to be aware of things that are out there, and I just like to be a resource for them if they have questions, even as much as I know the seniors have senior projects that they do.
Sure,
And
absolutely.
I know that Officer Kessler, who is in Washington Police Department, has been approached by some of the students as far as, having questions and doing their senior projects. So I'd like to be a resource for that. But not only that, I have military experience as well, and just other experience in investigating different types of crimes. So those are some of the things I like to do in the high school, and just, be, like I said, a resource and a liaison. I mean, the main thing is that the reason they have school resource officers now is for the security of the students.
Absolutely,
The security of
absolutely.
the school, and all the schools do have wonderful security systems that I've already come to know, and just want to, make sure that we're as up to date as we can be, and
Right.
to make sure that students are as safe as they
Sure.
possibly can be. This is their home away from home. This is where they spend a lot of time. So
Sure.
that's my biggest
Right.
priority is
And
the
helping us
security.
also at the schools. We're not security people.
Mm-hmm.
And, being those eyes and ears to look at our plans, to see how we conduct lockdowns, fire drills,
Right.
all of those things, so that this way you can give us some pointers where we
Right.
need to tighten things up,
Right.
concentrate on this.
Right, and that's why you do drills, is so that you can see where, we might be lacking, or where something can be made better, or a little safer, or, just a different, and that's why a very important part of a drill is the after. When you meet together and say, okay, this
That's
went
right.
really well, that didn't go as well. And also just perimeter surveys, checking the perimeter of the properties. Every day, some things change, bushes grow, things happen,
Sure.
and you just want to always keep up to date on what's going on and what might be, a hazard or a safety issue. So it's ongoing.
Absolutely. Tell us the kinds of things, when we talk about the high school, that you can help parents with and students with if they have concerns. Can they come to you? Can they visit your office?
Absolutely.
Those kinds of things.
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm still in the works of getting my feet wet in here, and being comfortable with everyone. I feel very comfortable, but I do want the parents to know if they have any concerns, whether it be issues at home where they're having trouble with their children. I know that there are channels that they can go to. I know people think of the police as, oh, they're going to arrest me. That's not always the best answer. Often there are programs and services that are available, and
Sure.
I can direct them into those different
Absolutely.
paths. So I would love to have my office be an open door policy. I'm going to be out and about throughout the school, but certainly if a parent has a question, or any of the students have a question where they're not sure if this is, maybe the right direction, or what they should do if they almost got themselves jammed up, or
Sure.
may have already, and where we can go from there.
Sure.
Because nobody's perfect.
Absolutely.
And, that's why we're all here. I think we're all working together,
Absolutely.
to do what's best so that these kids leave, Region 12 with good education,
Sure.
and feel safe, and have all the support that they can possibly get.
I also know my experience with SROs, especially in a middle high school, when they are part of the community, kids will go and tell them.
Right.
So tell them things that they may hear in the parking lot, in the
Right.
lunchroom.
Right.
And so you're like your eyes and the ears in the
Right.
school.
Right, because there are most students are concerned for their school. They want their school safe. So they are going to, if they feel comfortable, they'll come to you and say, this is, something that
Sure.
kind of I'm curious about, or I'm wondering if this is, something you might want to look into. They're not going to give
Sure.
you a lot of information, but they'll give you enough where you can, go check it out.
Absolutely.
So you do have to be open with the kids.
And
And they're all, when I walk by, they're all really good kids.
They are
that
great
I've
kids.
met so far. So.
One of the best parts of Chapag is that there is that open relationship between Mrs. Gallo, Mrs. Ferreira, Mr.
Right.
Dyer, Mr. Parachi,
Right.
and the student body. And so I think they do get a lot of tips,
Yes.
that they keep confidential, that,
Right, right.
allow them to be proactive. Oh, these two kids maybe not getting along, or
Right,
something's
right.
going on here
Yeah, there's-
that doesn't sit right. So that you're another set of eyes and ears to help.
Right, and I've watched, specifically Mrs. Gallo and Mr. Parachi work together, and I've watched how they complement each other,
Yes,
honestly.
absolutely.
The way, when they handle a situation, that the ones that have happened while I've been around, and it's very, very nice to see how
Yeah,
they work together.
absolutely.
Awesome team, and
Absolutely.
I love, being part of that.
Well, I think one of the reasons we hired you, and you really dazzled us in your interview, was that you are here for the kids, and you understand that, kids make mistakes, and we're
Right,
here to
right.
teach them.
Right, right.
And one mistake doesn't end your life
No,
or
it
end
certainly
everything.
doesn't. No, it
You
doesn't.
make a mistake,
Right.
you deal with the consequences, and you
Right.
move forward.
Right.
I mean, that's how it is, and you
Yep.
should know that, because I believe you have some of your own children.
Yes, I have 5 children.
Talk
so,
about
yeah.
them, because I know you're very proud of their
Yes,
success.
I am very proud. My oldest is, she teaches in the Hartford school system. She's actually the literacy coach at
Okay.
the Mary Hooker School, the magnet school there. And then my next 2 children were in the Air Force. They both have since gotten out of the Air Force. My son is now down in Miami working, with a similar type of training that he had in the Air Force. And my next daughter was a firefighter. Now she's in EMT school, but she's a mom now.
Nice.
So she's kind of slowing down. And then my 4th daughter is going to EMT school as well. And then my youngest is still in high school. So we'll wait and see what he does.
Nice.
But yeah, all of my kids have decided to go into service type
That's wonderful.
positions, and it's good to give a little, back,
Absolutely.
or to make a difference, because it's so rewarding.
Yes,
to
absolutely.
see, that you've done something good. And even when my children were in the military, really different from when I was in, but people are, thank you for your service, thank you.
Absolutely.
They always say that.
It's wonderful.
And even my oldest daughter, who's in the school system, just, always being complimented on, how hard she works, and she's young, and she's really moving along pretty quickly.
That's
So
nice.
it's
And your
good.
husband also is...
My husband is a police officer in Waterbury still.
Yes, that's
yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm.
And where do you live?
We live in Watertown.
Watertown, very nice. So it's a nice commute.
It is.
That's-
It is. It's a beautiful ride. Though.
Isn't it beautiful?
This season, obviously,
Yes.
with the colors. And
Yeah, it's beautiful. And
it's
knock
a
on wood,
very
no
pleasant-
snow yet, no bad weather
no,
yet.
no.
So, yeah.
Hopefully, we don't have a snowy Halloween. We'll have a nice one. But
Yeah.
it is a beautiful ride. I don't
That's
mind it
wonderful.
at all. I love it.
Excellent. Now, for parents out there, Barbara is part of the staff. She'll be housed at Chippewa,
Right.
but will be the SRO for the region.
Right.
And like any other staff member, you can be reached by your last name, your first initial, at region-12.org.
That's right.
Why don't you
That's-
spell your last name?
My last name is Alenckis, Alenckis. First name is Barbara, so it's B.
B. And then it's at
at
region-12.org.
That's right.
And certainly you'll be on the webpage and all of that
Right.
stuff. And anyone can call main office
Main
and
office,
get you.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
I'll get a message, either through the school or my voicemail, which isn't really set up yet. I need to work on that. But my
Okay.
email is definitely set up, and I can be reached at the school.
Wonderful. So, listen, we're thrilled to have you.
Thank you.
We can't wait till you're sworn in.
I know, me too.
After you're here a couple of months, we'll have you come back and you can
Okay.
tell us, what
Okay.
has changed about the job and
Right.
where you've moved forward.
Okay, that sounds great.
But, welcome to Region 12.
Thank you.
And I know it's going to be great. We're really thrilled. And I know
Yeah,
the Officer Sorty
Mm-hmm.
at Troop L has said wonderful things about you, too.
Thank you.
So, so welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, this is another one of our shows with a wonderful staff member. We hope that you keep watching our Region 12 TV. I believe we're now on 194, so if you're watching, you probably have figured that out. And keep watching, and I'm Pat Cosentino. Remember to practice an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for watching.